Now, for those of you, and I know there aren't many, who don't listen to the Gab and Juls podcast, there was an interesting moment where Gab talked about Leicester's current form and expected goals.
9 consecutive wins in a row, including a 4-1 passing of Aston Villa on Sunday. Jamie Vardy on fire, scoring in each of those 8. Gab, Leicester are 8 back, but will it last?
Okay, so analytics says no. It's crazy. They're outperforming. I know. I'll get hate mail from Craig Burley for this, but they're outperforming expected goals by about 10.
Yeah.
They're outperforming expected goals conceded by like 6 or 7.
Craig asked us to crunch the numbers. Here they are then in all of their glory. They've scored 39, expected goals 31, goals allowed 10, expected goals allowed 17. Let me pick you off the floor, Craig. Those stats. Somewhat poo-poo.
What do they mean?
Well, it means that Leicester aren't going to win the league and they're lucky to be second.
Oh, yeah. We've gone. We're officially grasping at some sort of straws today. I get data, I get all that, but when I look at Leicester, when I watch Leicester like any other team, I see what I see, and you know, the best defence, or one of the best defences around, 2 of the best fullbacks, one of the best holding midfielders, 2 great playmakers, 2 of which Man United wanted, and Tielemans and Maddison, allegedly, and the league's top scorer. So I understand there are people that have to crunch numbers because that's what they do. But what doesn't lie is that they're second in the league, and as Jules said, 9 competitive games, 8 in the Premier League, in terms of winning in a row. So
you answered that a lot more seriously than I thought you were going to do.
Well, you know, you put that.
I have no idea what you said anyway.
I tell you why. Because I didn't know that graphic was coming up,
right.
and when you put it up, I was losing the will to live.
Right.
And the blood's just coming back to me now a little bit, and a little bit of life's coming back to me, because I don't think Brendan Rodgers is looking at any data and saying, "Well, guys, you know, before the big game at the weekend again, look at the data. We're lucky to be here."
Fucking it, lads. Lads.
All right, lads.
Well,
listen, lads. Do you know, all of you, lucky to be here? That's motivation.
That was what I was more expecting as a response.
That's motivation for you, isn't it?
I was listening
Pin it
to the
up.
Gab and Juls podcast.
Pin it up. Pin the expected goals data up on the board and let the lads look at it. I tell you what, that'd be quite good motivation, actually.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
Do you think
look
it'll
at
get going?
you know, people are saying.
Just a big picture of Gab to throw darts at. Go on, Gab.
No, look, all this says, if you want to look at it differently, and I think Rodgers himself has said this, there were a couple of the games this season where they got decisions that could have gone the other way, and where maybe they got the rub of the green a little bit. That is football. That's part of football. You work hard to make your own luck. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. What I would point to as well, though, with regards to Rodgers, is that this is just the past. You may have noticed that Rodgers has changed the formation in the last game. He's changing the game before that too. He's tried 2 strikers. He's tried different of late. He's changed things around. I don't think Rodgers is the kind of guy who would do this if he thought everything's fantastic. We're definitely the second best team in England. We're going to close it on Liverpool right now. I'm not going to change anything. No, he's continually trying to get the most out of his team. And this is just the past. Future's yet to be written.
Hold on,
right,
one second. What games? How many changes has he made, Gab? I'm trying to find it here, but I should know.
Well, Ian Atcher came in last week, didn't he?
Well, go on then.
He moved to a diamond. He moved to a diamond in the last game. He's played with wingers. He's played with a guy in the hole. He's certainly played differently in the last 2 games than they did before. It's what a good manager does.
Because I was at the Watford game.
Oh, how long that take to mention?
Well, I'm pointing facts out here. I was at.
What difference does it make if you were there or not?
Well, to watch it in the flesh, and I tell you what,
watch it on TV.
And he had played the same team. So he played the same team 6 games in a row. The only change he made in the Watford game was an enforced change,
right?
Because Christian Fuchs had to play because Ben Chilwell had a knock. So.
Right.
I blame you, Dan.
So there's not any personnel. There might be some changes within a game or within a little bit of tinkering, but there's not been a great personnel change at Leicester.
Right,
Craig was flatlining. You resuscitated him.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to say that much. Okay.
I tell you what.
Oh dear.
I tell you what.
I was there.
I tell you what. If our producer puts one of those expected goal graphics up again on a Friday, that's it. Fridays are off.
Right.
Off beast.
Right, so Sundays are off. Sundays are off.
Thursdays are off.
Thursdays are off.
No more bloody graphics
that's-
on a Friday.
Europa League.
Okay.
Europa League's off.
Right.
Now and possibly a Friday off. Saturdays I'm not doing because we haven't got a studio. So it's back to a 3-day week.
Perfect.
Happy days.
Well,
so every expected goals
for
has a
everyone.
silver lining.
Okay, it's a slow day, so we thought we'd bring in
It's not
some
a
of your
slow day.
tweets. Well, it's quite a slow
Well,
day.
there's plenty of games at the weekend. We didn't have to bring that up.
What do you want to talk about?
I'll talk about anything.
Well, go, no, you won't. We tried to talk about something. Right, Frank. Most likely to happen. Keston asks, Leicester to win the league or...
Is this extra time?
It's an extra time question, yes. Be quiet, this isn't for you. More likely to happen, Leicester to win the league, Frank, or Liverpool to go unbeaten?
I still think Liverpool has the possibility to get unbeaten.
Yeah?
But I wouldn't say that Leicester is not capable of winning the league. But I think if I have to choose, I would say that Liverpool has a big chance to get unbeaten the whole season long.
According to the bookies,
That's my opinion.
Leicester are more likely to win the league than Liverpool go the whole season unbeaten. Leicester are 19-2 to win the Premier League. Liverpool 14-1.
I would agree with that. But
Because you were there.
Has Caesar's Sportsbook not seen the graphic from the expected goals? Because that would tell you it's not going to happen.
Shaka, more likely.
Liverpool to go unbeaten.
Really, you go against the bookies?
Yeah. How many games did Liverpool lose last season?
1 against City.
Is that such a big push to go unbeaten, to go one better?
Well, only one team's done it, haven't they? Obviously, Arsenal.
Yeah, but I mean, is that outside the scope of possibility?
14-1,
more so than Leicester to overcome, what was it, an 8-point deficit in Liverpool? Nah, Liverpool to go unbeaten.
Yeah?
Well, I answered it, no?
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said more chance of Leicester winning the league, I think.
Gab?
So first of all, 2 teams have done it because, of course, Preston North End did it in the very first season of the English League, although that was in the 19th century.
Good.
So I take your point. But I think it's weird. I'd say season unbeaten, logically, but the more I think about it, I'm leaning towards Leicester because doing it is really, really difficult.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.